What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. Um, Hold on, I just was not gonna be long. Just want to do a quick little hangout. Um, I'm sorry for the delay for those that might have been here for a little while. I was trying to get I had the articles that I wanted to talk about right here in front of me, but something happened. I don't know what the hell happened. Let me make this smaller. Let me go to the actual video itself. I haven't even tweeted the link out. All right. 20, and I am back. Let me pause myself. All right. Sounding good. Let me tweet it out. I didn't put it on Facebook, Twitter, and anything. All right. But anyway, unless you've been living under a rock, like some of us have been, or haven't really been following what's going on with Nintendo and their new rumored to be slash handheld slash shout out to Jay Williams made a funny box art for the PlayStation 4. Let's like I said, like you haven't been following what's going on with Nintendo and their rumored slash handheld slash console home console type of thing. But I'm gonna talk about that, man. And I've been very vocal of Nintendo in the past. You know what I mean? Some people take it as me hating on Nintendo for whatever reason. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I've been critical of all these companies: Microsoft, Sony, just Nintendo. I don't get it at the end of the day. But anyway, like I said, let me let the room fill up a little bit more before we dive right into it. If you guys haven't checked out BGST, great show yesterday. Had a couple special guests. Xbox 448, K Maker 405. But like I said, what we're doing on BGST probably going forward, we're going to be like mixing and matching, for people from the gaming community because of Showstopper's work schedule. You know what I mean? He's not always able to come on BGST, you know what I mean? So, like I said, it was a good show yesterday. Talked about a few topics. But anyway, let me go down to the actual article here. Let me share my screen with you guys. So it's a few things that came out thus far about the Nintendo NX. Pricing. Tesco, a major British retail place. Tesco is something like a Walmart or a Sam's Club or a BJ's. But anyway, they had the listing price for the Nintendo NX, and they were asking for £350. I think they used to about either $400 US dollars or $450, between one of the two. And it's crazy, like I said, that will come out today because me and Crap had a difference in opinions about the pricing for the Nintendo NX. And I said to him that this thing is not going to be cheap, less than $400. Now, listen, just going by the drawings that we've seen from this Foxconn employee, you got about 3 different pieces of hardware. You got the docking station, you got the other part, you got about 3 different, that's a lot of hardware to manufacture. And also to this, the Wii U still costs $300. You know what I mean? I don't expect Nintendo's new console to be under $300. You know what I mean? I don't at the end of the day. So let me hop right on into it. Like I said, this is something that I'm very disappointed in. It says Nintendo and I'm sorry, I didn't share my screen with you guys. That's what I went back in to do. And I didn't even do it. Hold on. Screen share. Let me bring this up 1 second. Shout out to the 56 people rocking out with me live. Listen, also don't forget to tune in later on to Xbox Beast Fire. Share with great my man Dane and them, Dean Diller and T Sweaty Balls Reaper. That's okay. Everybody call him Sweaty Balls now too. I'm going to talk about a few things, especially Dean, the tech guy. He's kind of pissed off with Sony about their, decisions over the hardware, the specs that they decided to put within the PS4 Pro. But anyway, let me make this a little bigger for you guys, just in case you haven't seen the article. File, hold up, edit. Here we go. Nope, view. Here we go. Zoom in. Zoom in. One more zoom. Zoom in. All right, here we go. Nintendo NX handheld hybrid GPU CPU upgrade attachment. A Foxconn worker leads to potential new details about the NX, saying that is a console handheld hybrid that has a swappable GPU and a CPU attachment. The Foxconn is currently manufacturing Nintendo's mysterious new NX hardware, and now a reported and now a purported employee has revealed the potential new information on the system, namely the GPU and CPU attachment that can be swapped between the console and the handheld portion. Now, we've heard this before. I just, like I said, I want to see how they're going to pull this off. But remember that Foxconn worker that leaked the PlayStation 4 Pro console and said the NX is like a PSP-like device being made right now at the plant. Now, another Foxconn worker is taking aim at the NX, and according to the worker's claim, Nintendo's new cryptic NX system will have 3 parts: a handheld tablet with detachable controllers, a mini console that the handheld can be docked into, and a detachable hardware upgrade attachment called a performance module that can slot into the handheld or the console to boost the GPU and CPU power. Now, listen here. I'm going to stop right there. Now, Nintendo, we all know that they more or less target that 8 to 9-year-old demographic, you know what I mean, with the games. Listen, I'm not knocking those the people that like those games, but it's going by the art style that Nintendo goes with. They've been using since the early 80s, hasn't changed. So, they more or less go after the children, with the art style and the direction, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But just from what I'm reading, these are a lot of pieces, a lot of parts. And I can see, kid, hey, Mom, have you seen the docking station? Have you seen the power boost mount? Like, this seems like a lot of pieces and a lot of parts. Also, too, to me, this seems kind of expensive. Like I said, like, this shit ain't gonna be cheap. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say this. I haven't even got down to the bottom of it, just by looking at all these parts and components. You know what I mean? To me, like another gimmick. Like, Nintendo has sacrificed the specs of their hardware. You know what I mean? To include all these gadgets and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna come to that in a minute. You know what I mean? That's just my overall opinion right now. You know what I mean? And like I said, this Foxconn employee he was the one that leaked the PS4 Pro, the Slim. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, so 99.9% of this shit here is accurate. So a detachable hardware upgrade attachment called a performance module that can slot into the handheld or to boost the GPU and CPU power. The performance module can be swapped between the handheld and the mini console, and it will transforming both the handheld and the mini console with PS4, Xbox One-like power. Both the handheld and the mini console dock will be usable without the performance module, but the performance will be limited to what? That's a lot of, hold on. Mini console dock will be usable without the performance module, but their performance will be limited. Think basic function like web surfing, Netflix, Miiverse interaction, and like virtual console gaming. All right. Here's the translated quote from NeoGAF. I'm going to go down here. It says here, the console, I think, is supposed to be a dock, or I call it a dock for now, contains HDD, cartridge slots, and various other interfaces. It supports TV output, but no GPU. The performance module is a big portable device that provides power supply. It contains a lithium battery. CPU and GPU also contained inside. It supports Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, wired connection. Yeah, I hope this console has an internet port. Please have an internet port. Nintendo is notorious for not putting the internet port in their consoles. I don't know why. Wi-Fi and wired connection. You plug the dock inside, and it becomes the PS4. Oh, wow. X-Bone. You can tell they wrote this on NeoGAF, the guy that broke it down to the PS4/X-Bones like console. But you can also transfer the signal to the handheld like remote play. Okay. These are the 2 candidates for the SoC, Pascal SoC from NVIDIA or AMD R9 SoC. Now, listen here. I'm not a big AMD dude. This AMD R9 is less powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One, which sucks. I'm going to come to that in a minute. So the handheld part is a 6-inch 720p screen and has a low TDP SoC, which can satisfy basic operation with lower quality graphics. When the performance module is not connected, it can also display game graphics from the performance module, which can provide a console-level graphics, a bit like the NVIDIA Shield streaming. You can bring the performance module with you, your portable device, since it has its own battery. It says additional info, whatever the solution will be, the computing power it has falls far behind a PS4. Now, this here's what I'm talking about. I could skip all this shit and skip right down to the last part. for that. The selling point for its high profitability and hybrid, providing rich gameplay possibilities. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we're going to skip past the 720p screen. When you got most cell phones out there, decent cell phone, has a screen resolution of about 1440p. You know what I mean? Some 4K, or at least 1080p. At least. But with this here, you know, 6-inch screen, 7p, 720p, you know, this is not the nail in the coffin for me. You know what I mean? And I'm not, you know, I'm not... This is not the doom and gloom about this, the resolution of the screen size. That's not the doom and gloom. What bugs me the fuck out is, says here, that whatever the solution will be, this is they were talking about, either they're going to go with NVIDIA or AMD, the computing power it has falls far behind a PS4 Pro. I'm sorry, PS4, let alone a PS4 Pro. This is bananas. This here, like we're talking about a console, whatever you want to call it, it's coming out in 2019. All right? It's coming out in 2019. I'm sorry, 2017. I'm sorry, I said 2019. A console that's coming out in 2017 that's not on par with hardware that's come out in 2013. So again, Nintendo sacrificed the specs of the console to include these gimmicks. All these gimmicks is well and fine, you know, it's cool, but don't ever sacrifice the specs of your console. You don't do that. Like, you just did that shit 3 generations in a row. They went with the whole motion control thing in 2000, you know, for the 7th generation. Then for the 8th generation, they went with the whole Wii U and the tablet. We saw that happen. And now this, they went all these different docking stations, and no one asked for this shit here. Like I don't understand it. I don't know who the fuck sits in this room with Nintendo and said, you know what, we're gonna come up with something that's so far left. Like we're gonna shock the world again. Like they sitting by trying to catch lightning in the bottle. It's not gonna happen. Like, especially now. That's what I understand at the end of the day. Especially now. Console gamers are all about bleeding edge technology. You know, faster GPU, CPU, RAM, yada yada. You know, and you have Nintendo on the other hand, and I know their exclusive sells well. They do, but their exclusives are not selling any hardware. What I mean, you might have a slight bump in the hardware sale, but the Wii U's been out since when? 2012. Barely has sold 13 million consoles. That's if you're being generous. And you have your Smashes, you have the the Mario Karts, and all that's just well and good. But if you don't know this by now, you need third-party support. You know, now our developers are going to go out their way and make special games for the Nintendo NX. You know, like you think, give me a big multi-plat. Just say, what's the Division or the Destiny? You know what I mean? So not only does Ubisoft have to make one for make it run on the Xbox One S or the Xbox One, also going to make it run on the Xbox Scorpio. Not only does it have to run on the standard PS4, it also has to run on the PS4 Pro. So that's 4 consoles right there. And then they got to do another scaled down version to run on the Nintendo NX. Like, why you can't just, like, I don't understand it. At a minimum, being that this is an 8th generation offering, at a minimum, the Nintendo NX should be on par with the PS4 Pro. That's on a minimum. But they're putting out a little device that's weaker than shit that came out in 2013. And for you people out there that are these Nintendo apologists, don't understand that right there. They're putting out something in 2017 that's not on par with shit that came out in 2013. Graphics and games, it's not, yeah, okay. So graphics and all that shit doesn't matter. Why everybody's out there going buying 4K TVs with HDR? You know what I mean? Right now, Sony and Microsoft are trying to take advantage of this 4K, you know, boom that's going on, especially in America. And they say, I read the report the other day that 4K TVs are far outpacing when people went from, you know, standard televisions to HD televisions. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so but people say, everyone that owns it. Listen, everybody's buying fucking 4K TVs. They're fucking dirt cheap, okay? This is crazy, you know. But here's the thing, though, and what I don't understand why Nintendo gets a pass. Could you imagine if this was Microsoft that was doing this? Had an E3, showed one game. Um, what was the last game to come out for the Wii U? Like, could you imagine that was Nintendo or either Sony? And like, but people still give Nintendo a pass, and this is the reason why Nintendo is the way that they are, because people, they're diehards, refuse to call them out for this. Now, listen, I don't have a problem with any Nintendo guy. I have a problem with nobody. I just do me. But take somebody like my man Obi-Wan, please, right? Very entertaining cat. I don't really care for Nintendo stuff, but I enjoy his videos. I think, what is going on, everyone? I think it's funny. But but anyway, as I was saying, he makes this video with the NX is going to be a powerful machine because it's getting Unreal Engine 4, this, that, and the other, right? Actually, you guys got to check out the one-on-one with him. I did one. It's on my channel. I may leave a link down below. So he was saying, how the Nintendo NX is going to be a powerful machine and is getting this, that, and the other. So it's come out, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire, that the Nintendo NX is not going to be a capable machine. And he's kind of quiet. Well, to me, it's all about the games. And come on, man. So if you don't call them out for this, they're going to keep up with the gimmicks. You know what I mean? I'm happy. I thought by Nintendo getting their teeth kicked in with the Wii U, that they would just cut the shit and just make a traditional console. I'm not saying that you can't offer anything different. Danny? You got to give me, just call me right back in 15 minutes. I'm live on the air. I'm closing out right now. Just call me right back in 15 minutes. I'm done. Oh, you on the house phone? Your house phone? All right, no problem. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's not like you can't offer something different other than what Microsoft and Sony is doing, but you also have to offer what they're offering, and have something else to have your true identity. You understand what I'm saying? You just can't go so far fucking left that you're going to alienate everyone else that's out there making games, and it's a pain or a hassle, or if it's expensive for developers to console. You know what I mean? Like, this shit should be x86. At a minimum, we all know that that Nintendo doesn't have a great track record when it comes to having third. Well, they didn't used to be like this, but around the Nintendo 64, when they were stubborn, they stayed stable cartridges. Shit started to go left for Nintendo. You know what I mean? The whole industry was going this way. Nintendo went that way. You know what I mean? And it's also reported here that this thing here is supposed to use cartridges. And I don't know how I feel about that. My main issue with this thing here is the lack of performance. I don't want to hop on this Nintendo console and I feel like I'm taking a step back. Now here I'm looking at all these great graphics on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and I always feel like I got to take a step back when I go to a Nintendo's console. They are the grandfather of gaming. You know what I mean? I give them that. That's what made me a gamer. It wasn't the Atari, it wasn't the ColecoVision, it wasn't my Dextrex. It was my Super my NES, the 8-bit with the A and the B button, up, down, left, right, lever, A, B, select, start. You know what I mean? The 30-minute for Contra. That's what made me a gamer. Like, oh, I love this, but they should be leading the industry. And just like they just come up with gimmick, and it's painful. They remind me of somebody's grandfather that was a hurricane back in the day. Now they just sit in the corner of the nursing home with a blanket across their lap and just slobbering themselves, eating crackers. They're a former shell of themselves, man. All they need to cut. You need to cut it, man, and just give the people what they want, not what you think they should have, Nintendo. And that's the issue. Nintendo's always trying to be the parent in everyone's home. You know what I mean? It's they said nobody wanted to play online, right? It's crazy as hell. And this is before I was doing YouTube or anything like that. And I forgot what the hell did I read there? Either on GameSpot or something, like one of those sites. And GameSpot, if you've been to GameSpot back in the day, they probably still have. They have a comment section, a part called System Wars. And I was in there going the hell off, like, what? Nobody wants to play online. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? But this is Nintendo for you, man. This is Nintendo for you. Like I said, there are a lot of questions to be answered about this. You know what I mean? As far as online, are we gonna have achievements? Are we gonna have party chat? Is voice mandatory in every game? Things like that. And like Nintendo, like can the console upscale to 4K at least? Does it have a 4K? Like, I mean, again, both of the Microsoft and Sony, they're moving the industry forward as far as technology and stuff. But here's Nintendo, just, gimmick after gimmick after gimmick. And I want to say this. If there was only one gaming company in the world, let's say it was Nintendo, it was the only gaming company in the world, I wouldn't be a gamer. To me, Nintendo, the reason why I say that, because whether you own an Xbox or a PlayStation, you can own those two consoles right there and be straight. You can't just own a Nintendo console. You can't. No third-party support. I mean, come on. We all done played. If you played one Mario game, you played them all. Mario, you played them all. We've been saving that funky bitch since 1985. Like, come on now. I would like to see Nintendo make some more. To make some mature type themed games. I mean, you can take your same, your talents. I don't look at them as being talent. That Miyamoto shit to me is well over exaggerated. Like I'm just being honest, but make something else. Even with their art style that they do does not appeal to me. It doesn't. That cell shaded, cartoon doesn't bright, colorful colors and. I don't, man. And I don't, like I said again, I don't suffer from nostalgia. It's not a big deal for me. I just don't understand why Nintendo can't evolve. Everyone else is evolving. Everybody but Nintendo. I don't understand that, man. I don't understand that. Let me go to the comment section before I get the hell up out of here, man. Scroll up, man. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are right here and they're rocking out with me, how do you feel about this, man? My man, OG Gamer in 1986, Nintendo will be fine. I'm not worried about it. How do you feel? How would Nintendo be fine, brother? Could you please elaborate in the bottom? Chicken Biscotti says Nintendo does their own thing, and he don't see any issues with that. No, you're right. I mean, they can do their own thing, but I don't know how old you are, but to me, gaming wasn't at its best when we had a three-way, both Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo competing and lobbying for our dollars. You know what I mean? It is, so their own thing, and doing their own thing. That's why they had the worst selling console of all time. So again, it's okay to do your own thing, but you also have to offer things that the hardcore mature gamer wants to play. It's not children that make survive and grow. It's adults. Kids get games every birthday, every Christmas, or when they save their allowance. It's us adults that go out and buy games every Tuesday upon release date. It's not children. I was a kid once. I didn't get video games every month, and I thought I was pretty spoiled. You know what I mean? I didn't get video games every month. But I was guaranteed to get at least 6 or 7 for Christmas and maybe 2 or 3 for my birthday. That was a guarantee. You know what I mean? So Vendetta Project Exile. You don't know if the NX has an R9. Is a rumor that's leaking this. We have all seen his track record. He was dead on about the Pro. He was dead on about the Slim. Again, again. So let me ask you a question. First of all, shout out to you, Vendetta X. What if it is a R9? I guess I don't know much about AMD cards. I'm more of an NVIDIA dude. In the console, it's less powerful. The hardware, rather, it's less powerful than consoles we got in 2013. How do you feel about that? That's the $20 money shot right there. 2013 tech, 2017 prices. Shout out to Wayne Gardner. All right, now Sketty put Nintendo doesn't need bleeding edge graphics. What game do you know that Nintendo make that has intense graphics? They don't need all that power if you ask. But Sketty, I can see right now, my man, you are what you call a Nintendo apologist. What game does Nintendo make? It's fuck Nintendo. What about third party? Fuck Nintendo. They can still do their choo choo. Fuck them. All right, cool. You want to go out there and get your Mario Party? You got it. Yeah, it's yours. But what about third party? I tell you guys this shit over and over and over again. Exclusives, first of all, don't pack the punches they once did. They don't. I'm gonna take myself and I'm gonna take Xbox. You know, you say you must call me an Xbox fanboy, but take a look at Uncharted. The greatest that game was, that game only charted for 1 month across NPD. Whatever month that came out, May, April, that was it. You didn't see it the following month. We see the same games in the NPD top 10 month after month. Grand Theft Auto, Minecraft, Destiny, 2K, Madden, yada, yada, yada. You don't really see many exclusives just maybe for that first month, and we lucky the second month. That's if you're lucky. But again, what about third party? You get exclusives every 4 to 5 months, but we get multi-plats every Tuesday. So it is a problem. You know what I mean? I don't, again, why is it okay? This whole agenda, this is what I don't understand. This shit right here is spooky to me. What is this thing or this mindset that Nintendo shouldn't have a great graphics or have a powerful console? Like what the fuck? Like are you why not? Don't you like pretty games? Don't you like beautiful games? But it's okay if Nintendo don't have it? Like that shit, I don't understand that way. Sorry, I don't. We go back and forth all day. Like my man, the chicken spaghetti. I just see you talking about, and no disrespect to you. I'm not trying to put you on blast, but you were just talking about Sony having 4.2 teraflops is not enough, and you were screaming. So you can't say that you don't like power, you don't like specs, but that only applies to Sony and Microsoft. That makes no sense to me, good brother. You know what I mean? That make. Angel Marrero with the NX is weaker than the Xbox One. That's weak as fuck. Oh man. Kid loves 2112. He said Nintendo should just do a traditional console, no more gimmicks. PR do a P-Ro Dusha? P-Ro Dusha? I'm sorry for butchering your name. Called the Wamberlands. It's next gen talking about Nintendo. Titanfall Princess. I'm not buying 8X because I buy Wii U day one. Nintendo done with it already. I ain't seeing no third party support for it. Yeah, especially if it's less powerful than the Xbox One and the PS4, and it becomes a situation where developers have to go out their way to make games or scale down games to running your hardware. Yeah, that is a problem. No, checking they need those specs and third parties along with some of the innovation. And yeah, okay, Rich Cucumber, nah, chicken. They need some specs. Third parties along with some of the innovation as a preferred Zelda Mario. Okay, which is cool. Like I said, that you can do your whole kitty thing. You're the Pied Piper. I get it, but you also gotta cover. You also, like I said, don't put yourself in the corner again. Like we just went through a whole generation with your Wii U. Not even to listen here. Okay, you guys understand what I'm saying. You got maybe like I said, maybe older than some of you guys, but I'm coming from an age where, like I said, when Nintendo had all the third party support. So when people say to me, "Well, no one buys a Nintendo for third party games," that's bullshit. Like some of Nintendo's best games, weren't made by Nintendo. They were made by third party. Ring King, Contra, Castlevania, Mega Man. I mean, I can go on and on and on. That's just like sheer, I don't know, arrogance or the dumbest shit in the world. They think Nintendo can just make it out there on their own, and they don't need third party. Like come on, that's we got to at least be real. We at least got to call a spade and call them out for the fuckery, for the bullshit. That's all that I'm saying. And I'm gonna go down to the button. NX hasn't been revealed yet. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the page. All right, I thought he just said that he became a gamer because of Nintendo. Yeah, yes, Nintendo's what got me into gaming. Game master, but also I don't know what you're trying to say though. But first of all, shout out for you for rocking out with me. Um, but I've grown up with Nintendo, but Nintendo hasn't grown up with me. At the end of the day, and that's the way I feel. Like those games that they put out and they're making, don't really appeal to me. You know, when I get online, I want to talk to my friends. I want to bug out. I want to look at my achievements, and and Nintendo again, they're just off in the corner doing their own thing. They don't want their gamers or to have voice chat and all this stuff mandated because they don't want adults talking to kids because you got a bunch of weirdos out there. And again, my answer is to that or my question: let the parents be the parents in their home. They don't want their kids playing online and talking. Just leave with the in your in your how in your parent controls of your console, just turn the shit off or whatever the case may be. Edwin Vasquez says if Nintendo's only console is it Nintendo was the only one I wouldn't be a console gamer either. Yeah, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? I just feel like Nintendo they're holding the industry back. They just refuse to get with it. You know what I mean? They just refuse to. Hey, listen, Chicken Biscotti put, I have been playing the Xbox since the OG. I have it for the exclusives and third party. I get the NX for exclusives only. Well, man, my question is to you. First, like again, shout out to you, Chicken Biscotti. You always here. You support my channel and the brand and everything that we do. Okay, so I want you to it's me attacking you. But financially, let's say this, right? If I had money to buy one console, I couldn't afford to get the Xbox, the PlayStation, or the Sony. I could only get one. And if I was decided to get the Nintendo NX, right? There's a shitload of games that I wouldn't get as far as multiplats and stuff. MMOs and all that wild shit. Games that are heavy online. I wouldn't get any of that experience on the Nintendo NX. And I may be a Nintendo fan. I'm saying just if Nintendo NX doesn't get with the times. If these rumors are true. So again, I couldn't choose to play on that platform. Now, me personally, I don't have disposable income like that. Regardless of what you may think, yeah, you may see me with stacks of cash, but I'm not just to play Mario. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I wanted to play Bayonetta 2, but I couldn't justify myself spending $300 just to play Bayonetta 2. I'm sorry. And another thing, and just to be honest and to be fair, if you play one Mario game, bro, you play them all. I'm just saying, man, And again, what's wrong with Nintendo having third-party support? You know what I mean? But, I don't get it, man. I just want people just refuse just to call Nintendo out for the bullshit and for the fuckery. Now they're asking if this rumor. Here's another thing: the price. If this is true, they're asking for between $450 or $400 to $450 for some hardware that's cheaper. That's weaker than the PS4 Pro and the standard PS4. So we basically, you sacrifice the specs of your console again to include these docking stations that no one asked for. That's a fucking slap in the face. You just did this whole generation where you sacrifice the specs of your console to include a fucking gimmick in the peripheral that nobody asked for, that nobody wanted. And I keep hearing when Nintendo learn from their mistakes, they learn from their mistakes and they go out and do this same shit over again. Like, oh my God, if that's not the crack addict making fun of the dope fan, I don't know what the fuck it is, man. That shit is sheer lunacy. I don't get it, man. That shit is downright spooky. All these fucking 4 or 5 docking stations and parts. Nobody asked for that. Word up. They do that same shit over again. Like, man, I'm sorry, man. I can't. Listen, I can't support Nintendo anymore. I can't. I listen, you know what's crazy? For those that come out there and say, well, Nintendo, you just hate Nintendo. No, I don't. And if you go back and you're rocking out with BGST for a while, I was the only one on BGST taking up for Nintendo. I said they just dropped it. They just dropped the deuce. They just basically shit in their own hat and put it on their head. Nintendo can't afford another failed console. They're gonna bring the pain with their next console. They're gonna have to. You know what I mean? And Tim and Mooch and all of them like, nah. Nintendo's gonna do the same one too. Shit slapped the shit out of me. I was wrong. I gave these motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? I'm saying Nintendo can't afford another dud. They can't. All they have to do is put out a traditional console that third parties can make games for, and it not be so difficult and so costly for them. You know what I mean? And you can still do your fucking flutes and whistles and shit over there in the corner, but at least have the power so third parties that can take advantage of that and bring their games to life. That's all you have to do. That's it. No more, no less. Make sure you got your own line together where gamers can talk what they want. You know, voice chat. They can, you know. And another thing with Nintendo, every goddamn console they come out with, they change their controller. That's why another way where people just don't feel like they're involved, you know, that they are invested into their ecosystem. Well, here's the PlayStation and the Xbox, besides the old Duke Nukem Xbox controller. They've been basically the same controller since their inception. With little minor upgrades along the way. But here Nintendo, one is shaped like a U, the other one's shaped like a horseshoe. Like, you know, this shit is tragic, man. This shit is downright dog shit, man. You know. But like I said, I'm about to get the hell up out of here, man. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to go on this long of a tangent, this long of a rant. You know what I mean? Beat Mark Bite put fuck Nintendo. Ronnie Savage, next gen. Microsoft needs better exclusives. Okay. Deadly Nightshade. I plan on buying both. I plan on playing bot, or I guess both on the NX. I guess we're talking about multiplats and exclusives. Okay. Game Master G6 put, honestly, though, I think a lot of people would agree that Nintendo NX will be amazing with the port. Yoons Narcy puts $299. Even if this console is $300, it's too fucking expensive. I'm sorry, it is. Even if it's $300, especially if it has less computing power than the PS4 standard and the Xbox One S. You know, with no Blu-ray player, what the fuck are you charging? Again, they got us playing for shit that we don't want. Nobody asked for these fucking docking stations and shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, no one asked for that, man. Vendetta Product Export. That's okay, Zaire. Then play your Pro with no games and lovely X1. So multiplayer games in that games? Come on now. I would rather play a AAA multiplayer than a bullshit exclusive any day of the week. A powerful Nintendo console would be great. Absolutely. I just don't want the console to turn into a PS. What? No, what? Listen, again, a PS or Xbox clone, they need to invent as well as be powerful. And you know what, bro? It's cool. Now listen, my man, what's your name? DJ? DJ the Witch Doctor. You know what, you're absolutely right. And again, I don't care for that shit and flutes and bells and whistles. That doesn't appeal to me, but I understand what I eat don't make nobody shit. I get it. All that's well and good, but you know, I don't really care for them gimmicks, man. That's not my thing. You know, it's their exclusive that gives these consoles their identity. They don't have to be a clone of the Xbox or the PlayStation, or it's our exclusives. I say this again, that gives a console its identity. It's not that fucking magic wave around shit there that nobody fucking wants, you know. That's all. That's all that I'm saying. Gamecast, but Nintendo needs to just announce the NX already so that we can see what they're up to. I think at the end of the day that we all have seen what they're up to. You know, where there's smoke, there's fire. And like I said, this Foxconn employee has been dead on the money. You know, I mean, he's been dead on the money. So I think some people that are in denial, you know, when it's just a rumor, because they want a traditional console with power, and that's what we all asking for. No one's asking for this fucking Lucky Go Leprechaun shit. Nobody doesn't want that. Real Game, what's up, my man? Real Game 7. So if you don't play Nintendo games and you play multiplayer on your Xbox One, then why even want a Nintendo console? Okay. Ready for this? Drum roll. Let me get a drum roll. Drum roll. Let me get a drum roll. Hold on. Let me go back. Answer my man question here. I don't know what the hell happened. Where's my drum roll? Hold up. Get over. There we go. Are you ready for this? Real Gamer 27? All right. Now, to answer your question, first of all, thank you for rocking out with me, stopping by. Duly appreciate it. But to answer your question, okay, Because I see that right there, that statement thrown around. Well, you can play multi-plats on other platforms. Why again? So again, all right. Look at it like this. I got, and I'm gonna, and you know what? I'm gonna remove myself from the equation. Okay, forget me having disposable income. Whoever, you got $400, my man. $400. And with that $400, you got 3 console manufacturers on the market: Sega, Nintendo, and Microsoft. The Xbox. You got 3, but you can't own all 3. You can only own one. And you may be a Nintendo fan. You may want to play your Mario Kart. It's cool. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that. But there's a shitload of games across the pond, you know what I mean, that I won't be able to play on the Nintendo NX because their console and their hardware. Even so that, because then again, even if I were to, buy into the Mario or the Mario Kart, I would like to see that shit with some cutting, bleeding edge graphics. Is something wrong with that? I would like to see, maybe Mario being rendered in. We all seen the tech demo of Mario running on Unreal Engine 3 and all that shit looked amazing. I see a couple of you Nintendo guys praising it. You know what I mean? So again, what's wrong with me wanting more from this console manufacturer? What's wrong with that? I don't get it. Like, people just refuse. I'm not saying you though, but these people refuse to call Nintendo out for the bullshit. I don't know, man. I just can't. I don't agree with that type of thinking. I'd rather I gotta leave you with the words of the famous John Doe. I'd rather have it and then not need it, and to need it and not have it, my man. That's the best answer for you. Again, I repeat, I'd rather have it than not need it than to need it and not have it. You know what I mean? So if some people don't understand it, I don't know what more to tell you, man. Well, I can play that on. What's wrong with me wanting to play that on my Nintendo platform? Maybe I don't want to buy a PlayStation. Maybe I don't want to buy an Xbox. Maybe I would just like to sit down and just play on my Nintendo platform and have all the games that are coming to that the other consoles are getting. I don't see what's wrong with that. Like, there's nothing, in my honest, that's how that right there. Even with that thinking, that lets you know right there how far Nintendo has fell off. Because you don't expect for Nintendo to get those games. Them to get that game. Could you imagine, if Street Fighter 2 didn't come to the Super Nintendo and they had these same dumbass policies in place where they wouldn't get none of the third-party support? Could you imagine Street Fighter 2 not coming to the Super Nintendo? Like, let's be real. Nintendo had the best controller, had the 6 buttons and all that shit. Could you imagine Street Fighter 2 not coming to the Super Nintendo? You know what I mean? I rest my case, man. But on that note, thank you all for rocking out with me, man. It's been real, man. Upright. Who said uprights? I'm finding some glasses, I think, man. He said, "Yo, why don't we wait to see what the Nintendo NX be all that before we judge it?" Okay. So much that I want you to answer right quick before I get the hell up out of here. So what if everything that I was talking about today was true? Everything was true. What are we gonna say then? Now again, these rumors, like I said, came from a very, very, very reliable source. You know what I mean? So what if these rumors are true? You know what I mean? What is your answer then? How are you gonna feel about that then? Well, it's okay because I got the PlayStation, I got the Xbox, I want to play that. Like, what? I don't understand that type of shit, man. You know? Oh man. HP North put no one likes Nintendo no more. Nintendo did that shit to themselves. Mike Ortiz, I don't care for Nintendo. The last kind I person was the GameCube. You know what? That's the last Nintendo console that I enjoyed was the GameCube. They had somebody like Eternal Darkness was my shit. Real Gamer 27 put I'm more of an Xbox guy than Nintendo. Yeah, I thought I paid you for a Nintendo, man. A Wii U weirdo. Chicken Biscotti put great shows, eat nothing but shout out to you, man. Simzim, aka Afro K, Nintendo's a hybrid handheld and a console device. Cool. Mark on Race put no third party support, no third party, no me, can't get burned twice. I feel you. Hey, I'm gonna buy Titanfall Princess a TV this weekend. We're going out on a date, baby. So tell your boyfriend you ain't coming home for the weekend. But you'll be back to 4K TVs, HDR, anything you want. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna be back with a console. I got some bread right here too. I got about 80 racks on me right now. I got some more money in the. I got some more money in the shoebox. More money in the shoebox over there. Shoebox money. But anyway, man, I'm sorry, man. But thank you guys for rocking out with me as always, man. Need to take my ass to the bank tomorrow, but so was life. But and again, it always comes off like I'm hating on Nintendo or that I hate Nintendo or it's not none of the world. I just want, I don't feel why I have to settle. Why I have to exclude. Like I get to play Mario. I should be able to play everything on my platform. I mean, it's coming to the PlayStation. It's coming to the Xbox. Why can't it come to the NX or whatever you want to call it? You know what I mean? But yeah, hey, Titanfall Princess, what's up, baby? Woo, 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 woo. So I'm bugging the fuck out. But no, it's your boy Next Gen. I'm out of here. This shit is a bang, motherfucker, bang. I'm going, man. Look out for a little today. Xbox Beast Fire 2, man. We should have a great show today, man. We out of here.